Hey Cancer, what's going on? How are you? If you haven't checked out the All Signs, you totally should. It was an awesome turnout. We had a lot of people show up. It was good times. All right, it's available in the playlist and down in the pinned description and everything too. All right, hi, what's going on? It's me, Archer, and we're going to take a look at everything that's going on for you and the one on your mind. Pulling on the current energies for the week ahead, middle towards the end of October 2025. However, they are timeless readings, so whenever it found its way into your phone's algorithm and you clicked on it and decided to come and hang out with us for just a wee little bit or a lot of it, perfect timing as always. We would love it if you subscribe. We are working to build the fam up to 100,000 subscribers for Christmas. And if we get that plaque for Christmas, I will wrap it up. We will open it up together, hang it up on the wall, and then do a whole like super chat session. No super chats required. I'll just answer your questions till I got no voice left. All right, so thanks for being a part of this. Okay, let's tap it and tune in. Whatever message comes out will be for yours and theirs highest and greatest good, but good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is, I will convey it across to you. Do not worry. When you're with me, I'm your ride or die. Got your back and I'm your crystals. So let's do it. What's up, Tara with T? How you doing, Kara? Jackie, what's up, Gabriella? Hey, Randy, what up, good sir? Cancer, everybody's turning out for you. Melissa, you see it? Everybody's turning out for you. Hey, even Brittany's here. Hi, Brittany, what up? Let's see. What's up? The Shining is here. Sienna's here. Mary's here. Oh my gosh, Renee's here. We got lots of everybody. Mac, Melissa, Mod Squad. Wrenches at the ready. Let's go for it. All right, God, tap me in and tune me in to Cancer's energy. Let's give me everything you got for the cardinal water sign. Because you're the boss. You know Scorpio and Pisces can't handle it. Anyhow, let's go. Aw, thanks, Stacy. Thank you, darling. Spinny hugs. All right, let's do it. What's up, Kitchen Oracle? I have red Oracle cards in my kitchen. That's kind of cool. All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. 2 shuffles for Cancer. Let's go. Ready? 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the crazy cool Cancerians, because Cancer don't want no scrubs, TLC style. Here we go. Overall energy is the Hangman, Pisces energy. Something you've waited a long time to work out is getting ready to have action. Page of Cups is good action too. There's love in them there cards. And the Devil shows up, Capricorn energy. I think you and your person are beating Toby together in this one. 5 of Swords. And closing a chapter on a lot of devil energy. If you've been noticing a lot of tarot readings popping up in your YouTubes and the devil card keeps showing up, shows me in the week ahead. Yeah, 5 of Swords, to the point it's giving you a resting 5 of Swords face. You wake up every morning, you're like, okay, Toby, what today? That chapter is getting ready to close for you and your person. You guys are leveling up in order to come together. I did it. All right, let's go. Cycles closed, chapters ended, Saturn influence, Capricorn energy is strong. That motivates you through a very tough 5 of Swords time. I dig it. Everybody, cheese it. Andy's here. Shh, Andy's coming. Hold on. I'll politely drop. There we go. All right. Just in case an insurance adjuster watches me. Hey, Andy. What up? Rindy, how you guys doing? All right, let's rock and roll. Let's do this. There are decks to be loved. Let's go. Current conditions of Cancer. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy, the 2 of Wands, Aries energy, and the 10 of Swords for Gemini. I like the Death card. It's a transformation. The Death card in my decks, that's the Windows blue screen of death. Bomb, that noise coming out. It's a whole cold boot being needed. And the patience to ride out the cold boot lets you beat out the devil energy. All right, Capricorn, Pisces, and Scorpio coming in with Aries and Gemini. Little lighter duty. Some of you guys might have some Aries, Gemini, or Scorpio in your chart. Maybe even Pisces. You're going through a lot of emotions at the moment. It's kind of like 2 of Wands, 10 of Swords. You're multitasking on shadow work because it feels like all the energies are coming at you at the same time. Some of you guys might have recently changed up your hairstyle or hair color. You might even have plans to, or somebody here actually works in a salon or wants to open one of their own. Ooh, I got some entrepreneurial Cancers here. We might have some money energy. We'll find out. Okay, that's cool. I like doing career and finance readings. We'll add it into it. Neato. All right, let's just get their cards on the table and see where this goes, okay? Because you're living your life right now, and you're like, Archer, don't remind me. Let's see what's up on their side of the fence. All right, here we go. All right, remember, past, present, or future. It's the person on your mind. You're allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want. 10 of Pentacles, they want to live with you. Or somebody works real estate, or y'all been talking about plans of moving in together, or you guys wind up either buying or having a house built in the future together. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. They want to open the door back up. I think it's kind of, for some of you guys, it's got them kind of like worried sick The Five of Pentacles is the health card. Believe it or not, what you guys are going through could actually be, maybe it's like, come here, Five of Pentacles. Maybe affecting their mental health. Like they're depressed, they're sad. Because like a Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, it's all that, that gives you a resting Five of Swords face. Five of Pentacles into the Six of Pentacles. It's like they want to work something out to balance it with you. Either some of you guys, Three of Cups, were married, or there's like they've been fantasizing about being married to you or what it would be like. Okay? Seven of Cups, you seem like a good option. And the Nine of Swords, when I combine these two together, Scorpio and Gemini energy, tells me that they regret making you feel like you were an option in their life. So what I'm pulling around the gate is they're always putting something first over you. I don't have a Three of Swords, so I'm not calling it a person. I think Seven of Cups, I think it's emotions over you. That's the side. It's like they never showed any emotions. They were very, like, dismissive, avoidant, right? Maybe their depression got the best of them. Or some of you, they might have been dealing or coping with a lot of shame from their pasts that they still kind of lived and regretted. A lot of people have a hard time getting through their past, especially if it goes back to childhood regressions and things. All right? But you got Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh, yeah, it could be another Cancer. Virgo, more Taurus. Ooh, that's a lot of Taurus. Gemini, that's Scorpio. Aries, more Gemini. So pretty decently heavy on Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces. There's also a pretty decent amount of Capricorn, Aquarius, and I feel Leo energy, but it's not showing up yet. Not a lot of fire, more emotions and thoughts with the sword energy. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's use Titanic. Let's do it. All right, let's see what we got, starting with your energies. Some of you guys, you or them, might be born on the 13th, the 2nd, or the 10th. Or the 20th, because there's repeating 10s. Some of you guys might be seeing repeating 10s. The 5th, the 6th, the 3rd, the 7th, or the 9th. All right, let's see what we got as we go into this further. The fixed energy does seem pretty strong with this. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. I knew Leo was hiding somewhere. Seven of Cups on Temperance. See, you got a lot going on. Page of Cups, Two of Cups into the Queen of Pentacles leads to the 10 of Cups. So you still have those dreams and those visions of what you want for your future, right? Because the 10 of Cups is talking about the emotional side of things, the subconscious of what your vision is for your version of your 10 of Cups, right? Your version of the white picket fence and the 2-car garage and the 2.5 kids. How do you have 2.5 kids? I think that's the part for the garage. It doesn't matter. Anyways, close enough for government work. Yeah, but the way things all pan out and play out together, right? It's the direction you want things to go. 9 of Cups, you got strong, there's like heavy Pisces energy here. The Magician, you're working to bring it together even though it's been a lot with the 9 of Wands and you're feeling some of the heat and the pressure of it, the stresses, right? It's like, especially with that World card being so many layers down as it is, it's like you're working really hard to close out a cycle that you always were made to feel like an option in people's lives. And you don't want to be an option in this person's life. Some of you guys might fear of a cycle repeating itself, right? Page of Cups into the Two of Cups. There's a lot of water in the clarifier, so this is something you could be emotionally stressed about. Like, it's still going to result in a massive level up for you that takes you into the Queen of Pentacles, okay? That's a much more stable, mature, balanced energy. Some of y'all might be finishing up a Saturn return while Saturn's retrograding into Pisces, all right? So it's closing up a lot of karmic cycles, paying off the debt, rent's due, right? But it's showing me that you paid the bills. And it's like the results of closing a door and ending a cycle or a mindset or a way of thinking or an emotional way of thinking results in a massive level up. Capricorn energy again. It's like you're going through or experiencing a spiritual rite of passage with Temperance about balancing your head and your heart chakras and not thinking with just emotions or rational logic, but actively balancing both of them in alchemy. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. This tells me some of y'all, your intuition has been leveling up and your spirituality or your psychic abilities are dialing in more. Wherever the Scorpio is in your chart or the Scorpio that's helping you out, that is like, it's putting you through a lot of depth changes. I do see a Cancer getting way more into the Akashic records. It's like reversing and undoing the Men in Black flashy thingy. It's why some of y'all can't remember from age 1 to 3 because the brain hasn't finished developing the memory, right? Your RAM and your ROM is still like loading up, but you're starting to remember little things and going back into all the past lives you've been through, right back to life number 1, all right? I dig this. Some of you guys might even be getting into law of attraction and stuff like that. Page of Cups, because you want to attract in that Two of Cups connection that has a tight bond. You do know you and your person are still communicating telepathically. They keep trying to get a hold of you like every night. All right? When they're on their own and just thinking about things, you're the first thing that pops into their head when they can't think of anything else. Now, these things don't happen overnight. It does take the brain like 6 weeks to learn a new behavior. All right? Like, I don't know why, but I'm seeing something about Google Drive. Like maybe in your job or your workplace, you're going to be getting a new job or get ready. But it's like somebody trying to figure out like Google Drive and Google Docs. And like none of this makes any sense. Or like Excel on a spreadsheet. Right? And trying to learn that learned behavior. All right? Hey, AF, what up? What's up, Adsua? Thanks for coming. Charles, how you doing? What up, what up? Now, the pages are still kind of wild childs. They haven't figured out what they want to be when they grow up yet, all right? The kings in tarot, they're your mutable energies. The queens are cardinals. That's why you're the queen of cups, all right? Knights, they're your fixed energies. The pages, they're still young and they're wild childs. But I'm pulling more Pisces off of this. So you got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces here with Sagittarius that lets you find an emotional connection to your Akashic records, all right? And there is an interesting connection between you and Sagittarius. So either you're dealing with one, or you might have some Sagittarius like way out in your back 40. Like I'm talking like, I know, right? North Node, part of fortune, something like that, okay? Some of you guys might even be getting more into your birth charts or checking out synastry charts or even location charts, right? About like maybe some of you guys feel like the area you're in now has ran its course. Like maybe you got Zillow pulled up. You got some saved searches going on, right? Or some of you guys could maybe possibly be in real estate or property management. But it's like you're looking for a place where you can deepen your spiritual gifts and take some time to adjust to a much more stable start, okay? So it does seem like you do have some money on your mind too. It's like you're almost trying to fight through all the emotional cards by focusing on your work or your money or your job hunt, things like that. Some of you guys, maybe you're fearing being subject to layoffs in the workplace or like a remote to work being ended and everybody having to get called back to work. And it's like, oh my God, what do we do about this now? Something like that. You are Cancer. You are like more money minded than people think. They think you're all about the emotions and stuff. Leo just entered the chat, Sun card. Where you're working now, even if your current work status is unemployed or job hunting, you're going to find a job you really like. And especially for those of you that you can't find work or every job sucks, you deal with a lot of weird nepotism in the workplace. And it's almost like you're feeling like you're being guided to do something different or branch out or start something on your own. Wheel of Fortune. I told you, that's the card of free will. So you might feel like a lot of stuff keeps fighting you. But I'm seeing on this one with the Sun card into the Wheel of Fortune is that the choice in the direction you go, whether it's just a job you find that you just like feel called to apply to, or if it's that whole, I can't find a good job, maybe I should go and start doing my thing. Whether it's like, maybe you make like cool, like crochet or something, sweaters, or getting in for the Christmas sweater season or something. Maybe it's art or photography. You might even be into tarot with all these psychic gifts and stuff. Maybe you're wanting to start or branch out on your own, either digitally or set up a brick and mortar. With this 10 of Pentacles on your person's side, some of you guys might get into real estate investing. You know, it is good to have land, right? I'm even seeing stuff like that, BRR, stuff like that, and things. There could be some really long-term work for you two guys in the future. That might be why you're being told, like, you know, even for my more senior Cancers, my seasoned crabs, it's like you don't want to wind up bored when you retire or something, so you're trying to find something that keeps that zest going, but it's hard, it's really awkward, and you don't want to wind up like Walter Brimley being the receipt checker at Costco, looking at your cart being like, there's a lot of sugar in that cart. But you can take the stuff that you've experienced. Is that too soon or something? I mean, it's kind of funny actually. Let me see what would happen on this decision that you make, because the thing about it is your ability to prioritize and organize, you get more like your opposing sign of Capricorn than people think. They think you're just a cry little emotional, I just love everybody so much thing. In reality, you're like, show me the money, Toby Maguire, right? Well, there's a lot of Toby energy here. What's up with that, Brittany? Aw, thanks, Brittany. Spinny hugs, girl. Ah, you're awesome, Sauce. What's up, Stevie? Now I hear dreams. I love when you show up, Stevie. Oh, I gotta listen to Fleetwood Mac later. Caitlin sings it so good. Oh my gosh, I cannot sometimes. So even my singer-songwriters, if you're busy doing like the coffee shop or the bar circuit or like just the street fairs and stuff, I see you getting noticed. God is guiding you with the high priestess, the seer that comes out. Yeah, some of you guys might literally be psychic and you can actually harness the ability and make some moolah off of it, okay? The cool thing about you, Cancer, is that you do stuff that you love. And if you don't love what you're doing for work, it makes you sad, right? And when you love what you do for work, the money just comes effortlessly, all right? Like me, I don't look in the morning when I'm getting ready to come into the studio as like I'm going to work. I literally will say, I'm going to fun, see you later. It just plays out. What I'm seeing here in the next 2 weeks to 2 months, long term, is that your finances secure themselves and stable, all right? So if you've been through a lower period or you're down to like paycheck to paycheck and questioning things, for those of you on assistance, maybe you've noticed like EBT things being withdrawn or taken away. But the thing about it is, I see you all finding the right place or job and just needing to provide extra paperwork or proof of income, right? You're starting on your own, you got to get monetized. Oh my gosh, make sure your ID matches the names you put in. That's all I'm going to say about that one. First, middle, and last, to the letter. That was like 8 months struggles for me. I literally just got a 5 of Swords face remembering what I went through. Do you really think that Archer Astrology Tarot was on my driver's license? That would have been so cool if my mom and dad had named me that. Mama T, what's up with that? Here's the thing about it. Some of you guys might actually, I think you do wind up getting or moving into a new home or getting one made as a result of your career finances leveling up. It's a little more long-term out down the road because your love life's going to work out first. Really? High Priestess. Mary Magdalene knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Are you serious? This is cool. All right. This is like directing you to the next place, the next job, the next offer, and you're going to find out like you're literally going to look back. I'm like talking to your future you being like, Cancer, why didn't you do it sooner? Watch. Page of Wands, Murdoch. See? The time is now. Murdoch did not think before he reacted. He just instantly hollered out. He kind of knew something was up before he talked to the lookouts in the crow's nest. That's why he just right out of the gate, full speed astern, hard to starboard, right? You're going to look back and be like, why didn't I do it sooner? Why didn't I go for it? All right? I dig the vibes for you. I love career and finance. Oh, readings. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I got the Hangman and the Hangman. The decks are syncing up. Pisces has entered the chat, so let's see what's up with your person. All right? And thanks for being here too, guys. I love y'all. Rilo, what's up? What you doing? Hey, Kara. Hi, Brittany. We have a lot of Brittany's here today. Hi, what's up? Is it really? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the confirmation, Brittany. You bust. You the bomb. What's up, Alyssa? Hey, Dottie. Okay, person's ready to talk with the Chariot. Oh my gosh, are you heavy on their mind? All right, let's see what's up. Or you're dealing with another Cancer. Wherever they got Cancer in their chart, though, it's activated. Somebody might even be a Cancer moon. Ace of Swords and the Hermit. They want to talk, but they can't. Something's holding them up, okay? Hang on. Page of Pentacles. That's another one being like, I really want to talk, but the Moon card, I can't. Oh my gosh, this person's needle getting stuck in the groove about you and wanting to talk to you on repeat. Ace of Swords is my hate text. Hermit card, can't do it yet, Archer. Page of Pentacles, really want to do it. That's Boxall. That's Boxall. He's the one that first came back up to the bridge and said, mailroom's flooding, sir. That's when they knew to go get Andrews and get him down there to sound the ship, which basically just means check it out and see what's wrong with it. He came back up and he said there's water coming in. That's a big problem. This ship can't sink. She's made of iron, sir. I assure you she can. Moon card, and she will. Your guys' won't, but your person kind of thinks this relationship is already, the mailroom's already flooded. Somebody might even work for the post office or something. Queen of Swords into the Seven of Wands. Yeah. And there's the lookout fighting the lifeboat. This here's the scene of get fresh with me, son. I'll throw you overboard. Seven of Wands on the Queen of Swords. This person is, look at this. This person is having a really hard time keeping the silence, okay? It's like they're pulling things off of a flower. Like, I want to talk, but I can't. Cancer loves me not. They don't think you love them anymore. I know, right? Who are you? Come back here, Hermit. Some of you guys be dealing with Virgo. They're kind of like, this person has a real hard time keeping the silence between you both. It has you both like deep into thought. Like don't think they're just doing fine and you're the only one suffering through this. They are too, even though with the Seven of Wands, they're hiding it behind a bubble. It's like, yeah, I just heard, God just said, regardless of what their social media shows. Oh, okay, let's go. Some of you guys, you or them could be born on the 7th, the 18th, the 10th, the 9th, the 19th, the 1st possibly, the 6th, 16th, or 26th pops up. Seen a lot of repeating 2s for you. Oh, sorry, kid. There you go. The only problem with this thing now is there's just one thing, the nut behind the wheel. Did you see this? I'm getting the steering wheel next, but look at this. It works just like the one on TV. Watch. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, that takes me back. Okay, sorry. This person has ADHD. They get distracted easily. That pedal's been sitting there for a while. Okay. 6 of Cups. Poor TikTok can't even see what I'm doing off the screen because it's a vertical format. Oh boy. Cancer, if y'all been experiencing the mall world dreams at night, they are too. And their dreams are a little off the charts for you. Ace of Wands to the 3 of Cups. They are totally thinking about the honeymoon night. They want the honeymoon night. We're going to need a bigger bib. They want to butter your crab legs still. And it's early in the morning for this, but still, they're like, so? Sky rockets in flight. Boo! Afternoon delight. You made me snort, Cancer. I know you guys are worried about something, but laughter is totally the best medicine. And this is wild. They're a bit of a dismissive avoidant because, like, externally, their social media, their sun sign, their outward appearance says no. Internally, their moon sign, whatever, it says, oh my gosh, yes, Cancer. Okay, I'm serious. It's wild. Magician card is, I'm only giggling because, like, from my perspective, looking at you two, I want to be like Cancer and the person sitting in a tree. You guys totally do love each other, but whatever's coming between you right now is being worked out. You know what it is? They want love in a relationship, but 6 of Cups, internally, they're scared of it due to the childhood wounds that are still encroaching into their energy. They're still running from the same fears they had their whole life. Scorpio, Gemini energy with the Magician. Maybe Virgo, but I'm pulling more Gemini vibes off of this. Still strong Pisces, Aries, and Cancer. More Virgo. Forgot about the Virgo. Libra's here. Leo, Taurus. Maybe you guys are from different parts of the world. Did you hear how when I got to Leo, I added some weird infliction on Leo? I don't know what that was. But the thing about this is that, yeah, the people who are supposed to be there for them when they were kids, even now into their adulthoods, aren't. Never were. Never was. They may not have a great connection with their parents or something, or they got like very few friends due to how they retreat into themselves every time they get into an emotional tug of war with themselves. It's a lot, right? Because they want a 6 of Pentacles on the 6 of Pentacles, but then the 6 of Cups shows up, right? And they get a little nervous about it. And when I get repeating cards, that always tells me, Archer, you missed something. Scry a little deeper into that card. Don't just pass it up. Where I'm like, well, maybe they were just in this for balance or money or what, but it's like, no. 6 of Pentacles. They've always wanted a really balanced relationship because they never had one, right? And because they never had one, they get scared when it shows up. 3 of Cups. But then even in their mind right now, your thoughts make them feel much, much better. Aries energy. This is, cross watchers, don't be ashamed or embarrassed because you know what? Cancer's had the same dreams too. There you go. Cross watcher gets a point. Okay. They just really, cross watcher, you still did need to balance a couple things out, but you are working on it and you still want to marry Cancer. 3 of Cups on the 6 of Pentacles. You're like, Archer, out of all my exes, people I've dealt with, things I've tried, people I've gotten, Cancer still seems to be the most balanced, stable option. This is somebody that totally gets Cancer. They're not looking at you as like the typical stereotype where everybody's like, it makes me go 5 of Swords face too. right? I get a resting Five of Swords face when they're like, oh, Cancer, the crybabies. You're the mothers of the Zodiac, you know? And that's the thing. Maybe this person pigeonholed you into an energy that if things got serious, it would wind up just like it did with one of their exes. And they kind of regret doing that because this time apart is making them see like, oh, wow, Cancer was a little different. Cancer was different than that. It's kind of needed. They kept trying to challenge you or told you that they were only trying to help you, but their ways, but it was like more than convincing themselves that you wouldn't leave them or abandon them. So what they did was they tried to make it seem like you really needed them in their life. When you were like, I didn't need them to be like that. I just wanted them in my life. You're being like, I had my life on track. I was cool. I was just doing me, you know, but they were not actually, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, Crosswatcher. They weren't like trying to passively aggressively belittle you. This was their way of trying to like make you have more time for them. So it came out of a little bit of a selfish energy, Taurus energy with the Six of Pentacles, but in reality, it was just because they were never sure of like how to convey or say, could we spend time together? And so they just buried it over into themselves, right? They were death card. They were so scared you would abandon them on the Ten of Cups. And it came off in the total wrong way. But look, I told you guys are both experiencing a transformation. Literally, God looked at St. Peter and said, what's going on with Cancer in their person? And St. Peter's like, I'm trying to explain to Ozzy why he got a cloud and not fire. And God's like, did you even notice any of the new arrivals yet? What in the world's going on? But it's that thing. Did you unplug it and plug it back in? This connection had to have this pause that's being divinely guided in order to unplug and plug it back in. Because straight up, you guys were both very nervous about the past with exes repeating itself, and some of it bled over into the new relationship, right? That's why the Death card was required. Ten of Cups shows they have the same dreams you do. Look at you both standing in the lifeboat. See, you're going to make it through this thing, whatever this main event is that was like the sinking of the Titanic, Tower card. The number 217 might resonate to you. But Ten of Cups comes out. The thing that hits on this one is that they have the same dreams you do for the future. So you guys have a deep telepathic connection. It's almost like even if you guys aren't talking, you're still talking through like telepathy, astral projections and such and such. It's wild. Some of you guys could be born on the 2nd, 17th, 27th, 7th, anything with a 2 or a 7 in it comes out, 9th, 19th, 29th, the 12th, 21st, 14th, the 3rd, the 30th, maybe even the 6th, brought that up once, the 5th, 15th, and 25th. And you have got heavy-duty Pisces energy on this. Sagittarius is here, Taurus is here, could be another Cancer, really. I just said Sagittarius, could be a Libra, Justice is at the bottom of the deck. Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, they're boiling over for you. King of Cups, see? You ignited them on the start of the Eight of Pentacles doing the work. The healing time on this one. It's just like they can't abandon you. You know, like they did everyone else. They always had to run to their safe place, even if it was under the table, right? Taurus and Virgo energy, Libra's here too with that Ace of Swords. It leads to a hey text. This time apart has them feeling the weight of their own defenses. But the quiet has given them the time to sit with their thoughts, address their vulnerability, and they've been kind of running from this for years. But with that King of Cups, you were the one that started them on the journey. You put an end to the player vibes and the dismissive avoidant. They're closing that chapter out in their life, that mindset. They do crave emotional security because they never really had it. So that how would they know to create it, right? They pushed away someone who saw them for them. And they never had a love, like they never had a love like that. And a love can't bloom where fear still rules. Ten of Wands. This is what's bringing them to the epiphany about what you two have. And I do see them choosing peace over pain on this. For the first time in their life. It's entering into uncharted waters for them, but it's also awakening your guys' connection. Death card on the Ace of Wands. Some of you guys might work together, or no, Ace of Swords. You guys going forward into the future will create a power couple vibe. Either you're both going to be in like a public eye, a major industry or business, entrepreneurs, a husband-wife type of a relationship business thing, Ten of Pentacles. You guys, good to have land? I don't know. But they're going to try to test the waters and reach out here with like, it's a hey text with the Ace of Swords, but with the Eight of Pentacles, it's an apology hidden within casual conversation. Okay? That's like the silence has become the mirror that has awoken them and started them on their healing journey. King of Cups is that card that turns the cup of love inward on themselves, right? You're the Queen of Cups that gives the heart, gives the cup out to everybody. And it's not about who breaks the silence first on this. It's about who grows through the silence. For you, this was an awakening to your own self-worth, right? For them, it's the confrontation of their fears that's leading to the reconciliation that frees you both from the past traumas that your exes, friends, family, siblings, and everything put you through in order to allow you to grow together and set the foundation for a solid future. Pisces energy. King of Cups. Strong Aries, Pisces, Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius. I love this for you. Cancer, clean this thing down in the comments. You're finally coming to an end of a stressful period in your life and coming into like 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles reunion. It's beautiful energy for you. Keep us posted down in the comments on how this goes and like and hype the reading. And remember, this will resonate to any placement of Cancer in your chart because you are not just your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, but all parts of your charts are what makes you the most nurturing, loving sign in the Zodiac. It's a Google fact. Look it up. All right, Cancer. Until next time, I love you. And definitely check out the L signs. It's kind of cool. And I'll see you then. All right? Until next time, spinny hugs and peace and love.